Happy birthday if you were born on November 6th. I'm Amber Ambrose, and this is your birthday tarot. Your cards for the year are the Ten of Swords and the Judgment card. All right, before we get into that, let me remind you that amberambrose.com is where you can book a private reading with me or also purchase a birthday reading for yourself or a friend. All right, let's get on with it. We have the Ten of Swords. Okay, it looks ominous, and it doesn't mean that it's not hard. It is a very challenging card mentally. This is a rock bottom card, but when you get to the realization of like there's something in your life that you're no longer willing to accept from yourself, usually, I always think of this as the end of feeling like a victim card, and you get to a point where you just get fed up, or you get to a point where you're just like, I don't want to live my life like this anymore. This is a pattern. It keeps coming up over and over and over again. And a pattern can be disrupted. And here is you disrupting the pattern, making a decision, answering a call from within. I always think about these angels as like the higher nature of us, calling us out of these cycles, out of these patterns. A lot of times we've inherited them from somewhere else outside of us. It's a family pattern that's been passed down through the years. And now you're waking up, you're becoming aware. Your consciousness is saying, wait a minute, this is something that's been buried deep inside me. But when I got to this moment, I realized, wait, I might actually have some kind of power in my life to react or learn from this instead of continuing to do it over and over and over and feeling pain and suffering that I know now to be unnecessary. And now that I know better, I'm going to do better. I'm going to behave better. I'm going to make different choices. I'm going to be more aligned with this part of myself that understands how much power I actually have in my life. And now I'm going to live my life in that way. I'm saying this as if it's so easy and like you just wake up one day. But between here and here is, it makes sense that this would be a full year. The gap, closing the gap between this moment, this realization, and this behavior, this ability to kind of like gradually listen more and more and more to that calling of your higher self and say, wait a minute, I'm not powerless. I am no longer a victim. It takes some time and practice. So please, whatever you do, be patient with yourself. Give yourself some grace. Understand that this is what reclaiming power looks and feels like. It's not just, floating along a river. It really takes some effort. It takes some willpower. It takes a lot of conscious awareness. All right, your word of the year is origins. Remember your roots. Remember who you are. Remember that you're not a victim. Remember that you do have some control in your life over the way that you react and the way that you steer your life. Let's go.